All right, I'm going to say good morning. We're going to let everybody in and we're going to get started. And then I am going to go ahead and put this on our screen. Seda, I can't believe you didn't come in. You live right here and I have breakfast. Unbelievable. And I think you said you were going to bring me something yummy. What happened with that? Oh, wait a second. And she's not unmuting herself on purpose. Seda, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get us started into this meeting over here. You guys can all see my screen, right? All right. Well, you're online, right? So you can see. Okay.
I'm blind.
Play from start. All right. There we go. So let's get it going. Or not. Oh. They're so good, right? Yeah, they did. Yeah, well, these are our videos, so they've really gotten better. That part. So as Maria said, what do you guys think? A little edgier on our videos? Kind of nice, right? You guys like that? Okay. So we have to correct this. We are now in 85 countries and territories. And we're going to start with our Mr. Mike. How are you, Mr. Mike? We're going to go ahead and stop our share. And I'm going to actually, admit everybody because there's still a lot of people in their waiting room. And why don't you tell us what is going on with the market?
Well, I am coming to you guys from Zoom today because I have a child, otherwise known as a walking petri dish. And I don't know if anybody else has this, but when he's sick, he gets cuddly and he jumps into my bed and breathes on me all night. So naturally, I have caught whatever he had. But Carrie, does this get me any sympathy, or are you still going to make fun of me today?
Oh, I mean, sympathy, but of course I'll make fun of you. But if I didn't
I
like you,
don't
I
get
wouldn't make fun of you. So,
I
see?
don't get sympathy from my wife either, so it's nothing new.
Yeah, so you should be used to it.
Get a dog.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I used to spend a lot of time preparing like rate information, and then I would get to these meetings, and literally something would change like 30 seconds before or whatever. Started just kind of going off the cuff. But the market is still very, very much focused on the Iran situation, right? And we had some good information. So potential ceasefire yesterday, or 2 days ago, really. So initially, rates dropped about 0.15% yesterday morning, which is great, which is what we expected. Oil futures and oil subsequently dropped as well. However, by the end of the day, all of our gains went back to normal. So rates settled around 6.4%, because there's still some uncertainty on whether this ceasefire is going to stick. So we really need to keep a close eye on that because, again, rates are really closely tied to that situation. There's not a whole lot else that's coming out right now that's moving the market. Two other things I want to chat with you guys about before my voice fails me this morning. Condos. There's been some changes with condo financing fairly recently with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So we're talking conventional loans here. The thought is if you're buying a property, you probably want to get a conventional loan. It's probably the cheapest. Not necessarily true, and I'll get to that in a second. But some big changes, the insurance, and this is a good thing. Florida insurance is actually really making some good progress with insurance overall. And so Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have allowed a per unit deductible for 50,000 for condos now. That's a big change. And this is an even bigger one. So normally you would have had to have what's called replacement cost coverage on your roofs for insurance to get a conventional loan. a lot of insurance carriers started changing that over to what's called actual cash value, which is just a much cheaper way to insure your roof, especially in Florida where a lot of people put their roofs for insurance and it's much cheaper, but you couldn't get a conventional loan using this. So that actually just changed a couple of weeks ago. So that's actually a really positive change. Hopefully we'll be able to usher in some lower insurance premiums because of that. There's also a couple of other cool changes. They've expanded the project waiver requirements up to 10 units. So what that means is up to 4 units previously on condos. So up to a 4 unit condo project, small projects, you didn't even need to do a waiver, a review rather. So you could basically go and you didn't have to worry about some of the warrantability things, and I'm going to get to those in a second as well. But now you can do up to 10 units. So if you've got a 10 unit project, take that listing. That's going to be easy, of course. Take it anyway. But there's um, some other changes as well. So this is actually a really good one, the retirement of the investor concentration. So if you were buying a condo previously and you wanted to get a conventional loan and you were buying it as a second home or an investment property, you could only have that project have a 50% investor coverage, or 50% of the unit owners could be investors, or you couldn't buy it. So that's been removed entirely. So these are all good changes. We get the insurance, the investor concentration, the 10 unit waivers. Now for the bad part. So they
Oh, wait,
removed the
Mike,
limited review.
Mike, time. You're like, woo, I can't even keep up. That was like, fine. Okay, we got a couple questions. We got a couple things.
All right,
Hold
fire
on.
away.
Time, just one thing.
That change the age of the roof requirement at all, being able to use one versus the other?
Does that change the age of the roof requirement, being able to change one or the other?
No, no changes in terms of age.
Okay.
Okay.
Replacement cost, okay.
Just replacement cost?
Non-warrantable,
Yeah, let's talk,
Gone?
you're non-warrantable, totally gone?
serious?
No, there's just been some removal
You
of
blew
the
our mind
investor
for a
concentration.
second there, like, and then you just kept going. We're like, what?
I'm not used to doing this on Zoom.
I know. You're like plowing through it, and we're like, I know, we're falling on the floor over here, and you're like moving on. Okay, so
So no,
non-warrantable
there's still
back on.
there's
Okay.
still non-warrantable condos. They've just made
Okay.
some changes to allow the insurance to be a little bit more flexible.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay, all right.
Yeah.
if you've got up to 10 units in the project, though, you don't have to review it.
Okay,
Does
that
that make
makes more
sense?
sense. Yeah,
How did I not read about this?
I'm like, yeah, I know. Jesus, this should have been everywhere. You mean you could buy anything now? Non-warrantable, this is incredible.
Well, that is kind of true, though. Up to 10 units, you don't have to do a project review. So anything over
up to
10 units
10
does still require review.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then here's the question. No, go back to the investor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
Yep.
so it's not, is it 30%? It's not 30, but you were just like, you were plowing through. I totally missed the investor thing. Go over that
It
again.
used to be 50%. So actually, it used to be if you were buying it as an owner-occupied residence.
Yeah.
This is a little known fact. Investor concentration has never mattered if you were buying it as owner-occupied.
Right.
But I mean, we're Florida, right? So we've got a lot of people who are
Right.
buying second homes and investment properties.
Mhm.
So previously, it had to be a max of 50% investment or second homes. They've removed that requirement. So if you're buying a second home or an investment in a condo project, it doesn't matter how many units are owned by investors anymore. They've removed that requirement completely.
Oh, wow.
These are all good things.
That's good. Yeah, Lauren's like, is that good? It's good. These are all good things,
Yeah.
actually. I'm
They're making it a lot easier to
get a
more
loan.
projects in
Yeah,
Florida.
that's
Yeah.
actually good. So,
But here's a
none of
tricky
this
one, and I'll
affects
talk a little bit
FHA
more
or
so.
VA though. This is all conventional. Correct?
So FHA and VA still has to be approved through their own channels. We will
Correct.
do so. We have a whole condo project
Okay.
that basically will review them on a case-by-case basis.
Well, I'm just curious because it's, as we all know, been a little bit hard to sell condos. I mean, I'm speaking to the
Mhm.
choir here. Oh, except for Hillary. Julia over here, Julia Hillary's just saying, not me. I can sell them all day long, send them my way. But other than Julia, so by the way, everyone can send them to Julia. But most people find it a little difficult these days to be selling them. So I'm just curious, are they less, loosening up some of these requirements to make it a little easier to sell them? Are you finding that to be?
Mhm. Sell and buy, yeah, 100%.
Sell and buy.
That's
They're trying
kind
to
of
move the
driving
market
this.
basically, because I feel like we all know after everything that happened after Sunny Isle, the new legislation, obviously we've seen a lot a tightening in the market in terms of movement of sales, right? People have been very hesitant to purchase. There's been a lot of, obviously, would we say sitting inventory? Can we call it that? It was just
Yeah. No, in conversations I have, that jives with what I talk with everybody too. The condo market does seem to be a little bit more stagnant.
Just a touch. I didn't want to say that. I was trying to be a little bit delicate, but yeah, right. So
And
would you say that
and
that's kind of the
frankly,
focus.
and a lot of it is, you know what, the fees are too high, right? Because of the insurance a lot of times.
Yeah,
So
big
hopefully the
time.
relaxing of some of these insurance requirements will help that. They may not have to
Okay.
get quite as high a
Right.
coverage, and that
Right.
might
So
bring
the
some of the
umbrella
premiums
policy
down
might
in
come
turn.
down a little bit. That's
Hmm.
great.
Does he happen to know if it's gonna affect the insurance for the condo association itself?
Well, that's what he's saying. Because
Correct.
umbrella
This is
policy,
master insurance we're talking
it's the
about.
master insurance.
Yeah.
Yes,
Fine.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, because the master insurance covers the roof, and you're talking about the roof insurance, right? Which is part of the master policy, so that'd be huge. That's nice.
Hmm.
So
The roof
when
thing
do
is
we
huge, yeah,
see
because I
that
mean that's going to
starting
be the
to,
most expensive portion.
when do we think that'll start to flush through and we'll be starting to see these
It's
fees?
already
Have you
effective
seen some fees
immediately.
coming down yet? Have you noticed that yet? As you're starting to go through some of the processes of approving people?
No, but I've been sure that maybe associations are aware of this. I wish there was like a way to get this information out to the associations to reshop their insurance, you know,
Mm,
um,
Well, that's,
but it's effective immediately. So we're all these changes are actually already in effect, which is good. There is a
yeah,
catch. Um,
that's
so
the,
previously you could put 30% down on a condo in Florida and do what's called a limited review. That
yeah.
means you didn't have to look at the budget. I've been doing condos a long time, and in my experience, the thing that kills more deals than anything would be the budget. And here's kind of what to look out for. And frankly, if you're doing a condo, I would love to, even if I'm not doing the deal, I can look at the budgets for you guys.
Good, look at
Let me
that.
take a look at these things and see if you got any potential snags before you even put your buyer under contract and make sure there's an option. But previously on the budget, 10% of the total fees had to go into the reserve fund. They've actually increased that to 15%. So that's a 50% increase on the minimum requirements because they want to make sure that the reserves are where they should
They're
be.
steady, exactly.
Actually, good point. So here's the good news. If you do not meet that requirement, the lender is allowed to review the reserve study and make sure the condo project has done their due diligence and has enough reserves for the next year. So it's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it is something to look out for.
Okay, interesting.
I jotted down a couple of other things that you can look out for to have quote unquote warrantability. Single entity owns 10% or more of the units. That can be a
in the
challenge.
grass. Let's go.
Okay,
Ongoing litigation. If there's lawsuits in the project, that can be a challenge. More than 35% commercial can be a challenge. And the last one is something we just ran into.
Question on the ongoing litigation, let's say, and this is sort of hypothetical, but not, let's say the litigation is not involving those units. Like, for example, the Celebration several years back, there was litigation on bottom units only, but not in most of the units. Say, I think it was just the bottom, maybe even corner units, but definitely bottom floor units. But that would still be, there was a lot of people being affected because I don't know if it was fear, but also a lot of, it even got so bad that a lot of people did not want to give mortgages because they knew that there was litigation happening, even though it wasn't happening in necessarily the second and third floor units. But I don't know if there was a fear that maybe litigation would, kind of then pursue into other floors because it was builder litigation that happened. It was due to a poor, I don't know if it was stucco or I don't remember what the litigation was based upon, but I don't know if you remember that. I don't know if you were here at that time.
So is in your scenario, is the association suing the builder?
Yes, the association sued the builder for poor build quality. It had to do, do you remember what it was? I want to say it had to do with the balconies or something, but it was in the first floor only and it was in Celebration.
It's not necessarily what now. They're worried about the association being sued where they could lose a lot of money and have to pay out.
The
The
association.
association suing the builder
Mhm.
is less of a worry.
And
And in
Okay.
fact, I've gotten them through where there's lawsuits, and here's how. You have to talk to the lawyer. So I would get the contact with the lawyer, I would call them and find out if they have sufficient insurance coverage to cover the claim. If they do, you can still finance them. It's a little known fact. Most lenders don't look at that, but you can still do them.
So you still can.
There's loopholes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know, because I know
Yeah, good
some
question. But if it's,
of my
let's
people were
back up really quick. If it's just affecting certain units, that still could be an issue because if the association is set to lose money, that's still a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, it was more specific units, and they were trying to get builder to do work to mitigate the problems that they were finding within the constructional issues, problems that had caused. I don't know. I don't know if it was mold or I don't remember the issues. Do you remember the structural issues that they're having? I don't remember.
I don't think it's on already.
Yeah,
Um,
but
what
Yeah,
about
if the association's not on the hook, you're probably okay.
okay.
if it's a nuisance, is there a review process? So if it's a nuisance lawsuit for one homeowner, Karen is suing the association, but it's clear it's not really gonna go anywhere, is there a review process to get around this?
Did you hear what she said?
Say it one more time.
So if it's a nuisance lawsuit, one person, Karen, is suing the association, is there a review process or something like that? Can another homeowner in the association still sell, or is there a review process to get around that, or does that affect everybody?
Even if it's just one person, that can still be a challenge if they don't have sufficient insurance coverage to cover it.
Mm,
Okay. There are some people.
yeah, oh yeah.
What
Everyone
the
has a
lender
Karen.
wants to see, the lender wants to know that the association's not going to lose their shirts and not have enough money to pay for everything and to keep up the condo. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, okay, good to know. Well, these are all good things.
Questions?
All right, anybody else have a
The last
question, Mike? Before we move on and let them off the hook on the condos? Okay, go ahead, Mike.
the last one I wrote down is mandatory golf associations. I just ran into this last month, actually. That can be a challenge. And this one, we were able to flip it to a non-warrantable condo project, got them the same exact rate because it's really not a big deal with our secondary or portfolio investors,
Hmm,
but it's something to be aware of. So if you ever run into that, and even if it's listing and the buyer's lender is like, we can't do it because of this, just let us know. We can probably finance that unit.
oh, interesting, a mandatory golf.
He doesn't mean no association.
Yeah, their HOA fees were like,
Mhm.
I don't know, like 1,500 a month or something because it included golf, which is fine. They were fine with it, but it's the fact that it had a mandatory association that was the challenge for Fannie Mae.
So it doesn't matter how it's.
So it didn't matter who owned it, if the association owned it or another private membership owned it, it's
The
just that. it had
association
the
did
mandatory-
own it. That helps, but there were certain other like restrictions with the restaurants and stuff that were connected to it
Interesting.
that still caused problems.
You don't-
Interesting, but they had certain things that they had to maintain, i.e. eating in the restaurants or whatever the case may be. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, this has been fun, Mike. You should be off the cuff more often. I think you're more interesting off the cuff.
Maybe just talk a little slower.
Yeah,
Could be the cold medicine. Huh?
yeah, good for your cold meds.
I swear to you, I was trying to get through it because you can hear my voice is fading. I was trying to get through it before it goes, and we've reached that point. So,
Does anybody want to torture Mike, or can we let Mike go rest?
oh, please do.
Well, thank you, Mike. You've been very helpful. We appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
I'll torture you later.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Okay, bye. Okay, so moving on to, let's see, some other good stuff. News and updates. Do we have Claire on? I know that poor Claire is not feeling well. She's supposed to be here and she had to pull off the road. So I may be doing this if she's not with us. Okay, so it's me. So yay! We were ranked number 9 through Peerage Partners across the nation. So this is really great. And they have all these awesome new materials there through us. Actually, Kathy sent them, Jackie sent them to us, but they were sent through the Design Vault. Not the Design Vault. What does she send on Fridays? The thing she sends every Friday for you to share.
To easy posting.
The easy post, the quick button, the thingy. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're also, you could go through Propel and they have all of those, they're in the Dropbox for you there, but they have them for you. But these are great. So we are the number 9 brokerage for sales volume in the world, in the nation. I'd love to say in the world, but I don't think it is worldwide. Is it worldwide? It's Riz Media, so it's got to be out of the top 1,000 firms. So out of 1,000, we're number 9. Guys, that's pretty impressive. So they have social media. Oh, there it is, Digital Hall.
Not just.
See, I just have to read. All of them. Yeah.
That's a little impressive.
It's very impressive. Yeah, no, this is not within Sotheby's. This is within
Okay.
the nation out of all brokerage. So out of the top 1,000 top firms, So that's out of all big firms. So
Yeah.
they're not considering all the mom and pops because we can't count them all. My
Right.
God, who knows how many of those there are. But out of the top 1,000 biggest firms, we come in number 9.
Okay. That is, they probably should put that part in there because it doesn't, number 9 doesn't sound that impressive.
Well, it does say 2026 Power Broker Report. We came in
Okay, little tiny letters, top 1,000. Okay.
top 1,000, but it does say it in all of the materials that you read. I posted it on my social like during the week.
It does say in the US.
Yeah, brokerage in the US by sales volume. Yep, nationwide. So that's really impressive, guys. So definitely be touting that. And when you're on a listing presentation, you know, especially if you're up in a luxury space, people typically in the luxury market are coming from all over the world. So this is something that is important for them to know because in other markets, there may be other luxury people. I mean, you know, here there's not. We are luxury. When people say, who's your competition? I like to laugh. I go, nobody. Really, who else is luxury here? Nobody. Yeah, we don't have competition. I love that. But, you know, in other markets, there may have, Compass, people say is our sister now. That's so cute. But they're not a big player here, right? But in other markets, they're big, right? They have, there's other big firms that are in other markets. Like there's something that just joined our market, the agency. That's so cute. That on TV show company. They don't even know how to sell real estate. Did I say that out loud? But you know, whatever. But they may be a big player in another market. They're just not in our market, right? But the good thing is that this will take into consideration all the big players in other markets that we may not be aware of. So that's why something like this would be huge to mention, right? So new publications in offices online. So this is good. So all of our vibes have come in. So they've now been delivered to offices. They're here and you all get 5 books. So if you've not gotten your 5 books, you each get 5. You can get them from Jill. You can get them from Cindy. You can get them from Jane. And I will give a little hint. We have Jane who's retiring and Carol's starting. Yay! You will meet Carol. She starts, her first day is on the 20th. I think that's a Monday. Don't bombard her first yet. She has 2 weeks of training. Give her a break. But she has been in real estate for years and she's wonderful. And you will absolutely adore Miss Carol. She's fabulous. And she knows how to mail merge. She knows Excel. She knows she's gonna be my best friend.
That's amazing.
So you're gonna love Carol. So anyway, you'll all get to know Carol. But anyway, so you'll be able to pick those 5 vibes up from your office administrator extraordinaire. So that is in every office. Okay, notables and quotable assets are now out. So what does that mean? We need to update your marketing books and flip book and presentation suite. So the notables and quotables are out. Now, the funny thing is ours is exactly the same as last year's, really practically. So it's not like a huge thing, but we do want to update it. And of course, the Sotheby's has changed. So all of the Sotheby's which also the Sotheby's numbers are so close to what it was the year before as well. So it's really not the biggest change, but we do want it to be up to date with 2025, not saying 2024, right? So we do want to change that. But those are all available now out there. Also, the stats and performance, here they are. We have all sorts of great social on it. It's available in a multitude of places. You can get it in Propel. If you go to Premier Press, remember that's that top banner that'll lead you to that. But guess where else it lives? Where else could it be? Digital, digital vault. It's in the design vault, digital vault. I just made that up. Did you guys like that? Nobody even caught that. It's in design vault.
One more thing I don't know.
Waiting to say.
It could have been, I could have been, but no,
No.
could have been anything. But it's in design vault. You know what? We're meeting at 12. That is true. At 11 is auto. You're right. Because at 11 today, we're going to talk about it. It's so true. You're right. We're going to see something really awesome that we're going to talk about in a minute about auto. Yep. So also they have now the SUR Global Open House Showcase. Remember they did that? We did it last year and the year before, where you have our open house weekends, and now we've coupled that with Sotheby's. Well, I'm going to admit, because I've been running around like a chicken with my my head cut off going to all sorts of schools. And I'm going to NYU next week and then Chicago the following week. I totally missed it. So there you go. I admit it. But it is this weekend, the 11th and the 12th. So if you have any open houses or you still can throw one together, if you put it, you get our team to put it in Dash, basically our back-end system, it will get all of the rest of the advertisement through Sotheby's. So it gets into the James edition, the New York Times, it gets extra marketing. So it's a great thing. So if you have an open house or can throw one together, I'm not going to do a virtual open house. It's just not going to happen this weekend. There's no way I can throw that together, but you can still get extra marketing. So if you have a chance to do it, or if you were going to do it, throw it together. You can get extra marketing for that. Sorry, I was not on the ball. I admit it. I am human.
We'll survive.
Yeah. Okay, this is what's happening today. And we've been waiting, and I'm so excited, and I need it. Otto is here. Otto is our virtual assistant who's going to help us when we don't know where anything is. Does anyone ever feel like you don't know where anything is? I do too. Where I know it's here somewhere in Propel. Where the heck is that thing, right? We all are like that. Like, I want to find that awesome feature sheet, but where was that? Carrie told me it was here. It is there. It's on Propel, but where, right? Well, it doesn't matter. You say, hey, Otto, pull up a feature sheet and create it for this listing and da-da-da-da. Do I know exactly how it works? No, because I, like yourself, only saw the demo. So join me and all these people, Kayla Freeman and Ken Elmer. Ken is a great guy. And they're going to teach us exactly how Otto's going to work today. I will do it here in this conference room. So anyone who wants to stay here, I do have food today because Lauren Ensley said get food. So I did. It is your fault. Aren't you proud of that? You should feel good about that. You should take pride of that. So, but we'll continue here at 11 and we will have food and continue to have food until it's all gone. But, and we will learn how Otto is going to work. And I'm very excited. And it goes live next week, I believe. I think the 16th. So yes, I am super excited about it. And it will interconnect, the way I understand it anyway, all of the pieces of our Premier. Like, for example, why is it Propel and the CRM? I don't know, but I'm really hoping that Otto will make it all seamless because that's what we're hoping it will do. But we'll learn about that because Ken Elmer is our connector from IDC Global, and they're the company that made all that.
The guy that spoke at
The guy who
Yeah,
spoke,
he's-
he's the one who's going to run this. So he's going to be there today at 11, obviously virtually, right? So, so you definitely, you know what? I actually, yeah, I'm going to actually make sure that Claire, hey, do me a favor and send me over the link for today's Propel Power Up series. I'm going to make sure that I
Do you
get
know
the,
if they're gonna, sorry, do you know if they're gonna record it so we can go back to it if we,
listen, I don't really know anything about it other than it's happening. I don't
Okay.
have the link, but I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to get the link and I will record it. So at least I'll have it.
She set it up this morning.
Oh,
Okay,
sure,
perfect.
we have it. We actually have it. But I will tell you that they usually do record these things for sure. So I would be shocked if they didn't, but I plan to record it myself. So we'll get it to you one way.
Thank
Yes, no worries. Okay, and but here it is. Oh, there's the scan code. Oh, look, scan to watch the video. There it is. So you could do that too. Anybody wants to do that, you can scan it right now off of the screen. Okay, now here's another thing. They have already started. How many of you, by the show of hands, I can't even see you. Okay, great. Have already, okay, thank you. Lauren, did you sign up for the listing concierge program? Awesome. I know you haven't, Josh, but that's okay because you don't even know what I'm talking about. By the way, Julia, Lauren, Josh.
Nice to meet you.
Guys, this is Josh. Say hi.
Hi.
That's Josh. Okay, so the listing concierge program just started. If you have not signed up, make sure you do. And I'm just going to go over briefly a couple things about it. You opt in one time and you will always have this started. That doesn't mean that you have to send the postcards out, because that's the only thing I could possibly imagine you didn't want. And what I mean by didn't want, I mean didn't want right away, because I don't like just listed. I'm a just sold kind of gal, right? I would like to use my postcards to get in more business. And typically I'd like to maybe not even send it to that community, right? So what happens is they're going to create for you. Now you have to make sure that you're using our approved vendors. Why? Because that's how we get the photos. That's how we know that they're the right size, they're the right quality, right? If you're using another photographer who's not an approved vendor, that's probably why we're having syndication issues if we are, because they may not be the approved size, they may not be the approved quality, so that's probably what's taking time getting these things going. So if you are using our approved vendors, I'm sure we're having no issues. What will happen is they get the link, they make it immediately. Within 24 hours of us putting that listing in, them getting the photos, you will get in your inbox a proof of the postcard. Well, you'll have to log into My Marketing Matters to see it. Your brochure, an active pipe email, your social digital assets, and a property flyer. These will not look the same as the ones in Ready Promo Dashboard. So essentially, you'll have two sets. How cool is that? Now, what's great about this is the only thing that would ever be paid on your part, right, would be the postcard if you want to send it to more people, right? But here's the beauty, guys. You don't have to send that out. You wait until after you sell it, and then you modify it. You just go into the postcard and you hit edit.
So we will have that ability.
You can change it at any time. And now you can even change the picture out. You change the words out, but they've already started it. So they just made it easy for you, because now it's sitting there waiting for you to change it to any way you want to.
Okay.
So it makes it life easier for me.
Check the box for postcards.
Yeah.
Get it right?
You did it right. You checked the box for postcards. They just made it easy for you. So now when you're ready, you can go, and now you can also send it wherever you want. So they just made it a step easier for you later, but you just don't send it. But why wouldn't you use the brochure? Because you would. Now, let's say you want to add extra pages to that brochure because this particular home is not a 4-pager, but you want to make it a 4-pager. Can you do that? Yes, you can. You do it the same way. You hit edit and you add 2 pages or whatever. You can always do that. Or you just say approve and they order the 50 pages, right? The 50 pages. What am I saying? The regular standard, you know what I'm saying, the 50 brochures. But the active pipe email, the digital assets, and the property flyer, why wouldn't you want that, right? Remember, the feature sheet, they can only create for you if you give them features. Obviously, if you don't give them the features and the copy, they can't create that for you. So why wouldn't you do that? Because they're going to make it beautiful and it takes your work out of it. Now, if you don't have edits, you're done in 24 hours. Guys, I don't know about you, but it's just like music to my ears. I don't know. But if you have edits, be very, very specific, because you get one shot at your edits. They're not going to go back and forth with you, because that's the whole point of this. It's about speed and efficiency. Right? So come back with your edits. They will come back to you. So you should be done 36 hours from start in terms of completion. Now, if it's something that has to be printed, obviously there's still the time that has to be mailed to you, right? But you're done. There's no more edits. There's no more back and forth. We're complete. It will now come to you in the mail like it normally would. If you want to expedite it, you need it immediately. You still have the opportunity to expedite this. So that is still an option for you. But this is about speed and efficiency. However, you're still getting more upgraded templates than if you just use Ready Promo Dashboard. And you still have Ready Promo Dashboard available for you too. So you have another set of, flyers and emails and that kind of thing is available to you. Everybody with me? So
Mary, I have a
hit me.
Do we get an alert when the assets are ready? Because I had 2 new listings and I opted in, but I have not received anything via email. Do I just log into My Marketing Matters to see if it's ready?
Such a great question, Linda. You should have, in my understanding of the program, have received an email. So I would ask Claire, because I'm not certain how it normally goes, but you shouldn't be getting it from her. You should be getting it from somewhere else.
Okay.
But just ask her, because I don't know maybe it went to your, like junk box or something, but I don't know the email it would be coming from. So we have to figure that out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but you should be getting an email from a different marketing email. But I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Will we hold up the process if our feature sheet info is not,
No, you just
Right.
won't get it.
but
So
we can get it later? Like,
you'll have to
if
create it
feature-
yourself,
Okay,
probably.
so we need to have it ahead of time, ready,
Yes.
and do we know where it goes? Because that wasn't in the instructions. Sheet info.
It's a great question.
Just don't wanna delay it.
That's a great question. Maria asked, if you don't have the feature sheet info, will it delay it? The answer is no, they'll just move ahead without it. Where do you put the information? I don't know. I think that's a great question.
Send it to somebody?
I don't know. I'm gonna find that out for you. I will find that out for you. That will be my task. I will find that out and I will answer that for you. Because I really don't know. It's a good question though. Any other questions? We're working this out. We're figuring it out because we just rolled it out, but once we get it rolling, feeling good about it. Feeling really good. Yes. Okay. Naples installation, May 4th. Oh, that's when it is, right? May 4th through 7th. It's coming. How many of you are going? Maria's going. Who else is going? Anybody online going? I've got some people going. I'm very excited about it, but I don't know because everyone's being silent right now. So Maria, you're by yourself. I'm just kidding. I know.
All for me.
All for Maria. Maria and Melanie. No, it's going to be a great thing. So if you have the opportunity to go, you might want to go, Josh, if you can.
Val says she's going on a date.
Val, yay! I'm so excited you're going. Yay, that's awesome. Maybe Josh will attend too. That would be great. You can scan that. Take your phone.
Oh, okay, I guess I would.
Yes, I just silly me. I crazy me.
And right now, if they still have them, the suites are the same price as the regular.
Yes,
room. It's
yes.
so weird. I'm
That's
like,
exactly what
it's on
Dawn
the kitty
said.
set. Like,
Nope.
where's the catch? It's awful.
Mhm. Yeah, Dawn Giacchetti wanted to go, but it's the same time as the 1744. Yeah, we
that's
lost
what
we lost a couple people to 1744.
Dawn,
Yeah, I know. Darn it.
I think that's a good excuse.
Yeah. So definitely. Okay. And then here's some top out. Oh, so we have a GNE contest. So just want to remind you, it is an outbound referral contest. So here's some of the outbound referral closings that have been top ones. Courtney Green, I love Courtney. She works with Linda Bradway, my fave. Out in Venice, she referred one for 1.25 to Michigan. Andrew Tanner from Sarasota referred to Delray Beach for 1.195. And Carol Pooley out of Tampa referred Premier Sir to Emily. Yay! I love it. And it was 825. Very nice. Okay, so we have our GNE 50th anniversary. How many people are signed up to go so far? I'm going, Maria's going. Julie, you're going to go? We got some people going. I know more people are going than that. But this is how you can register. You want to scan that too, Josh, while you're at it? You're just the scanning fool right now. This is going to be awesome. And we have all sorts of fun going on with this. Lauren, you're going to this, aren't you? Lauren is working on it. Julia's working on it too. So this is some of the affinity things that are going on. There's lots of groups, some virtual events that are happening with the Women Empowered. The EPN has some great stuff going on. And there is a new thing at Sotheby's called the Global Markets series. So if anybody has not seen this, there's a really cool one that's happening on April 14th on Thursday, and it's with Paris. And so they're going to talk about basically how to learn opportunities for customers and experts in both respective markets to work together with referral and international business. And it's at 12 o'clock. So I definitely highly recommend. And if you want, you can scan this QR code. Yes, Maria, you might want to do that to register to get with the Sotheby's Paris So this is going to be a really good one. But this market series is going to be happening every month with different markets. They've just started this market series, and I think it's fabulous. So because again, we are about collaboration. So you want to be collaborating with all of the Sotheby's. That is the power of Sotheby's. When you are in a listing presentation and you talk about what is the power of Sotheby's, right? When we say we're global, it's not just because we have offices in other locations. How many other companies actually have global market series when they really try to work together with their other offices in Paris? Does anybody know of any?
I don't know.
Where were you before you came here, Julia?
What?
What brokers were you at?
Oh, us.
Yeah, did you guys do this? No. Where were you, Lauren? Starwood, did you guys do this? No. Maria, where were you?
A small firm, Hampton.
Yeah, did you guys do this?
Oh, goodness.
No, just checking. Does anybody? I know Coldwell Banker does not do this. Anybody? Does anybody know? KW? Yeah, that's laughable. Okay, anyway, I don't think I need to continue. But right? I mean, I'm just right. So people like to say they're global. Oh, we have offices. Yeah. Do you work with them? No. Just being global doesn't mean you have an office there. It means you work together. Yeah. Here's another really cool thing that Sotheby's has. They have all these new templates for the 50th anniversary. So where am I now? For 50 points. What am I in? I took a picture of a system. What system is this? Does anybody know? Painful.
It's
Crickets.
top left-hand side when you sign in where it says, oh, it's called, it's right there.
Actually, I'm on Sur Resources in Design Vault for 25. No, I'm just kidding. It's Jesus. You guys are just, you need to have some more coffee. We're in Design Vault right now. And I hit,
So it's, but yeah.
yeah, well, anyway, well, hopefully you can say, Otto, open up Design Vault. And that would be the best way to go, right? Yeah. Otto, give me the 50 new templates. Yeah, that's what you want to do. But here it is, brand content. You click on that. They have all this really cool new stuff about the 50th anniversary. So I wanted to bring this to you because I thought it was interesting. We haven't talked about it yet. So this is very cool. They have all sorts of campaigns, stories, interesting new, because what does Sotheby's do well? In my opinion, they talk a lot about stories, the historic beginnings of Sotheby's, the historic beginning. This is the historic beginning of how we've been selling real estate. Obviously, the company has been around since 1744, but we've only been selling real estate for 50 years. That's why it's 50 years. Does that make sense? So that's what this is about, how we've been selling homes for 50 years. Obviously, we've been selling many things for longer. So that's what that's about. So here's the storytelling prompt guide. So if you want to take a picture of this scan, everybody, you will know how to get there quicker. A lot of scanning today. But it's very cool. And it's the storytelling for the 50th anniversary of the Sotheby's International Realty, which is the obviously real estate arm of the brand. But it's really cool. They have, again, templates for everything, and it's a very cool little thing. Also, State of Real Estate through Aura, through our Government Affairs Committee. It's going to be Friday, April 17th at Aura. Please go for me because I won't be there. I have to be in New York at NYU. So, but it's going to be fabulous. We're going to have all sorts of speakers. They're going to be talking about everything having to do with real estate, what's going on with our roadways, what's going on with the political scene, what's going on. I mean, they're going to be talking about everything. You definitely don't want to miss it. So if you have the opportunities from 9 to 11, thank God it's not 7 in the morning like last time. That was horrible. Yeah, this is much better, 9 to 11.
What's online?
No,
Yeah, sure.
you have to be there. You have to go to, or have you been to the new building? Good. Then you got to go. See, there you go. I'm going to be there today. Don't even remind me. I don't have to go there far too much. So it's a beautiful building. You need to go. And Lauren, you're going to be there, right? Lauren, yes. You're part of government affairs. Jesus, Lord. This is going to be great. It's going to be all good stuff. You live in Orange County. By the way, you need to go tomorrow. No. No, you need to go tomorrow, the state of Lake Nona.
That's the local association doing it, right?
No,
In the many emails that I
It's
received.
like a chamber thing, right?
it's happening tomorrow, guys. I didn't put this on here. Lake Nona, it's at Guidewell. They're having it tomorrow, and it is at some ungodly hour. No, it's 8 to 11 at Guidewell.
That's the Lake Nona Chamber, that's not.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's called the State of Lake Nona. And you need to go to that because I can't.
Is that the one that's pretty focused on medical technology though, or is this one more general?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just got the invitation from Mercedes, and we all know that
Oh.
means I can't go. Oh, I'm sure it's going to be good. Mercedes sent it
Which
to
one
me,
is
but
that?
I can't. I'm stuck. I can't get back. This is not good, guys. I can't. What happened here? Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. So then we're gonna, I know it's so tiny. Where is it? Okay, play from current slide. All right. So anybody who heard me say that, because I lost my people. Can you guys all still hear me? See me? Something happened to my screen. It went really weird, but anyway.
You're still on here, but this is what we see if that's what you want to see. You're there.
Well, you're gonna
You're
see
there.
that now because I don't know what happened. No. Swap displays. Okay, now you see that one. Okay, that's better, right? You see that now? What do you see online now? Oh God, I don't know what the hell's happening. Swap displays. Okay, now you see that online?
Susan.
I don't know, whatever.
Please.
Anyway, you guys are good. But the point is that tomorrow, if you're around from 8 to 11 in Lake Nona, there is the State of Lake Nona. And I don't know what it's about, but I'm sure it's going to be great. So it's at Guidewell, at the Guidewell building. So you might want to do that too. All right, let's talk about what's happening in Dr. Phillips. All right, so as you can see, March sales were very big actually in Dr. Phillips. It's up 32%, the average sales price.
Stay off social media buyers and sellers because it's always wrong and ours is right.
Right. So the total sold, and this is only for the month of March. They sold 42. These are the 2 zip codes of Dr. Phillips compared to 51 the year before. 210 are currently active. Days on market are 65, so things are moving. Average sales price is 1.499. Look at that. So almost 1.5 million. The average sales price compared to last year was 1.132. I will tell you, that's the highest actually right now. This is the first time I've seen Dr. Phillips surpass Windermere. Shocker. But it's because they sold a listing point 9.950. So that's why. However, the highest listing right now is 18.5. I'm telling you, we got to watch these things. What did I say last month? Watch the listing prices. They are surging. It's insane, but you haven't seen anything yet. Okay, so as we can see, months of inventory, guys, it's low. 4 months of inventory. We've taken a dip. This is for 32819 and 32836 is at 5 months. So interesting.
Much for a buyer's market.
Why do you think are not so you go putting our houses on?
Well, I also think it March Madness. March always the market takes off. Always. It's just it's a seasonality thing. Mhm.
They start looking around.
Here's Lake Nona. Lake Nona is also up. Yep. Interesting. Where did it? So it's up 17%. Why can I not move myself? I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Go back. Go back. Something is happening. I just want to move myself. Okay. So we've sold 54 last month. There's 271 active, 63 days on market. So things are moving. The average sales price is $861, $449 versus $735. Now, the highest sold though is only 3.275. But look at this listing. Ridiculous. Almost 9.5. Now, why is that ridiculous? The highest thing has ever sold in this side of town is 6.1. Ever. I've never seen a higher sale than 6.1 over here. But yet we have a listing for 9.4.
It's obviously on a lake, but I wonder.
But I'm just saying, no, it's in Lake Nona Golf and Country Club. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll just see. But I'm just saying across town, 18.5? I mean, 9.5? This is getting crazy. We gotta watch this, is what I'm saying. Here's the months of supply. This is right here in 32827. We are looking at 5 months of inventory. 32832 is just under 6. So a little more inventory in 32832, which I've been seeing that. Windermere, this is the only place the sales are, the numbers down. But again, so easy to skew with a sale because they only sold 37. So that's the problem. 247 are active, 68 days. So they're all in the 60s. But this is where, because the average sales price last year was 1.69 and it's 1.36. So one sale throws that. So it's really nominal. But the highest sales sold was 6.65. We have a $30 million listing, guys, and that's before we put our 27 million on the line. Where are we? Are we in Boca? I'm sorry, where are we? What did I wake up?
Where's the 30
It's on
Down or button?
no, it's on Lake Butler. Where
Damon had his on for about 30 and then he pulled her.
no, I think that one's off still. I think this is a new one. Where am I though? I'm sorry. Am I in Neverland? I'm not sure.
The market's crashing, nobody's buying.
The market is crashing. No one's buying. Okay, so here's Windermere. We're at 5 months of inventory. 5 months of inventory. We're not in some kind of crazy land here, guys. This is, we have to watch what's happening here. I'm telling you. Winter Gardens up 8%, 92 sold, 407 active, 63 days. So watch, we're in the 60s. These are healthy markets we're seeing, right? Average sales price is 731 compared to 674 last year. Highest sold in Winter Garden was 2.5, but look at the listing price. It's almost 6 million. Winter Garden. Do you remember that used to be Windermere?
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
And you didn't go Winter Garden. Good luck.
But here's the scary thing. We're just about 4 months of inventory.
That is tight.
That's almost, I'm not even gonna say it. You know what I'm thinking? Almost a seller's market. I didn't say it.
I mean, 4 months,
Almost.
this market, yeah, that means, because half of that is stuff nobody wants to buy.
I know. I said almost.
So
Almost a seller's
it's
market.
really.
That's crazy, guys. I cannot let Chris in. What's happening here? I have to escape and let him in. Hold on.
'Cause I just went through a bunch of stuff
Admit.
there and-
Admit. Okay, let me let him
Oh,
in.
stop.
Okay, let me share again. Play from current slide. Okay. So is this crazy, guys? You see what I'm seeing here? All right, Claremont is really flat. I said down, but it's flat. 136 homes sold, 501 active. Look at that, 62 days on market. Stuff is humming along. So 486 is the average sales price compared to 503, but here we go. 1.15 highest sold, this is pretty good. 4.9.
That's a big spread.
4.9.
Yeah.
That's high for Claremont, guys.
Yeah, the chain, that's a lot.
But look where we are here, guys. We're just under 4 months. That's crazy. The months of supply, I mean, I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm going to say.
We're going back to that territory.
It's kind of scary. I mean, so people who are like, oh, wow, the market is what? It's heating up.
That's kind of buy was yesterday.
I'm just saying, I mean, who's watching what I'm seeing here? We're seeing crazy top prices and we're seeing lower inventory dropping.
This just confirms what we've been feeling since the first.
Yes, it is.
of the year.
It's exactly
It's true.
confirming it.
We were all feeling.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Ocala is again flat. 560 homes sold, 561, 2547 active, 74 days on market, which has dropped. It was in the 80s. It's now down to 74. So they're at 320 average sales price. There was 332. So it's pretty flat. But look, highest sold 2.94, but it's got a $12 million listing. Now that's the only market I can say I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Because that is the most dysfunctional market I've seen. It's so fractured, right? You've got the equestrian, and then you've got the low end. So that is a very fractured market. So I really can't speak to that market. It is very fractured. But their months of supply are below 6. They're in the 5s. So
That's moving.
it's moving. Now, I'm going to clarify. Well, it did say it here. It did say it here. Our highest listing is 7 million. I didn't say anything about our highest sold year to date is also listing. This is all listing volume. Our highest pending listing is 3.799. None of these are buy side. I don't talk about buy side, not because I hate buy side, but it's harder for me to find buy side numbers. Can't find it in the MLS, and I have to sort through all of our reports. So that's why this is all listing side. Our current listings are 336 at present. Our average listed sales price is 745. That's the mixture of all my offices. And our average pending listing sales price is 893. That's pretty strong when you blend all of my offices together.
Especially they're also different.
Yeah, that's a very strong sales market there. Would you guys agree with that? So I've got people counting down for my AutoZone. So Orlando, 5 million in listings. Congratulations to Susan, Shane, Walter, Ohana, and Mike.
I live 1,100 miles away from my parents, motherfucker.
Okay, what? Okay, Chris. Okay. And then new sales, congratulations, 9 million. Susan Afshire, Casey Boder, Shane, Jeannie, Julia, Brad, Ohana, Mark, and Ricardo. Okay. Closed sales, 7 million. Casey, Peyton, Ohana, and Liani. Yay. Woo! Okay. Claremont and Ocala, Claremont and Lake Dr. Phillips. March listings, 10 million. Congratulations, Daniel, Dawn, Leslie, Carol, Alex, Alejandro, Brady, Karina, and Teresa. Woo! That threw me off. And new sales, 24
Sorry about that. I was talking to someone else.
No worries. I didn't think it was for me. It was quite funny. 24 million. We got Annie Alexander, Carrie Bellish, Alistair and Callum, Lisa McCampire, Elizabeth Chicha-Portiche, Daniel, Val, Chris, Barbara, Dawn, Lynn Lou, Anna Maria, Carol, Alex, Alejandro, Brady, April, and Teresa. Woo! Okay, closed sales, 21 million. Taylor, Janet, Carrie, Lisa, Jules, Janice, Daniel, Val, Dawn, Leslie, Emily, Lynn Lou, Maria, Carol, Linda, Shandy, Brady, Kelly, Teresa, and Juliana. Woo, good job, guys. And Ocala, March listings, 10 million. Tana, Angela, Jill, Michelle, Channing, and Maddie. Congratulations. And new sales, 5 million. Tana, Angela, Michelle, Channing, and Maddie. Great job. And closings, we had 10 million. Congratulations, Angela, Michelle, Channing, Stacy, and Maddie. Congratulations. And then happy birthday to April, Bobby, Carol, Maria twice, Elizabeth, Lauren, Julia, Janet, Nadelli, Kelly, and Jackson. Yes, I just want to make sure. Brokers open on Monday. We have a double brokers open with Shandy and Adam, and that's from 12 to 2, so that'll be after our workshop. Tuesday, Shane is doing a broker open here from 11 to 2 with wonderful massages. I'm totally going. So that'll be wonderful. And that's at that's Isles of Lake Nona, right, Lauren? That one's the one that Isles of Lake Nona. And
yes, Isles of Lake Nona.
Thank you, Shane. Do you want to talk anything about it? There's also anything you want to say about that?
Well, it's the largest house in the neighborhood, so that's been the challenge. But it's a vacation home for the sellers, and so all the furniture is negotiable. And she's offering an additional $5,000 agent bonus to whoever brings a contract.
All right, awesome. So I'm going to let you guys all go because guess what? We have to jump on Otto now. So thank you all and have a great rest of your day. See you on Otto.